Hey guys, Dylan from Geekdoer here, and today I'll be bringing you day 21 of my Wizard101 Myth playthrough. So, in this episode, we're going to be doing the labyrinth and getting our author's quest. Well, completing our author's quest. We'll also probably be doing more after that, but that is the main goal of this. Now, if we just go here, we do have this quest from Sergeant Muldoon. I forgot what this was, so I'm like, what does he have to speak to us about in the last episode? It's Brisbury's Tower. Forgot that was available at level 50.
First, that there's terrible trouble afoot. Secondly, that you're just the wizard for the job. I've heard nothing but good things about you since you first came here, and this seems right up your alley. My superior, Lieutenant Culpepper, hasn't reported back since he went into Colossus Boulevard, and I'm worried about the fella. I'd look myself, but I can't leave my post. Could you stroll over to Colossus Boulevard and ask the gate warden, Private O'Doyle, if he's seen Lieutenant Culpepper?
Not going to be doing brisk breeze, so at least not yet. That does give us our the old Celestia set ring, I think it was. I don't know what the new Celestia stuff is like, so I don't know whether it's still comparable. But also, the challenge of Brisbury's Tower is not comparable to Celestia anymore. Or at least I assume not, because of the massive nerf they did recently. I still haven't been playing much outside of stream. Been way too enthralled by Hades. Like, pretty much my entire non-working, non-sleeping, non-streaming time is playing that game. To the point that technically I've finished it on one version. But there's still more I can do. It's a roguelike. There's always stuff you can do. Oh, that's so hot. Now, I don't actually know how much there is to do before we get set to the labyrinth for this quest, but I remember there were a couple things afterwards as well. But it's a bit of a shame that we have to go through the labyrinth without it.
A volume about Orpheus, the two-headed brother to Cerberus? Indeed, such a volume is familiar to me. But alas, I have bad news for you. That volume was one of a rotating selection recently sent along to the Royal Museum in Marylebone. Speak to Clancy Pembroke at the museum.
So I'm guessing go speak to Marylebone, go speak to Mushu, then speak to the librarian in the not the Anthium. Basilica. No, switch that. It is the Anthium. And then he'll send you into the labyrinth. I'm guessing that's what this quest is. I don't remember how much the like how long the labyrinth is. Like, I can see that it's 6 quests. I know there are 5 boss battles, 3 of which are in one quest. So there's a lot of battling, which is good. But other than that, I don't really remember.
You've come a long way from Wizard City, young wizard. How can I help you today? You're looking for a book about two-headed dogs? What an amazing coincidence! I just packed up those books a few hours ago and sent them back to the library in Wizard City. Normally, I'd have needed to take them and mail them myself. But since you helped out at the Marleybone post office, they were picked up and sent almost immediately. So you've come all this way for nothing, I'm afraid. At least you didn't have to go to Mooshu. Check back at the Wizard City Library for your book. That rascal Argleston should have
Fair
it
enough.
by now.
They knew that's where the train of thought would go, and fair enough. I give him props for that. It's probably better to just go home. I give him props for that. Keep forgetting to plant new plants. So we want to come out here, we want to fill up our potions, because I feel we might need them. Where's Crucible? Okay. Jeez. 3,000 for 2 potions? Oh, he decided to stop. How many days does this still have on it? 12. Wait. Scratch that. 12 hours. Okay. And then we move on to the second green meanie. And then the third. What are the 3 in this? Lumi Lugger. At least that should be a lot smaller. What does it say plus 0?
Hello there. You're just the wizard I wanted to see. I'm embarrassed to note that the book you wanted just arrived. I've got it right here. I set it aside for you, in case Drake sent any more students after it.
You accept the book from Harold Argleston. The title is Mulder's Cryptozoological Survey of Multi-Headed Canines and Their Influence in Folklore, Myth, and Popular Culture. Up through Ott. How many of these multi-headed dogs are there anyway?
That's a good question. Next time we go through a loading zone, I'll look it up. I am only seeing Cerberus and Orthrus. It just said how many multi-headed dogs are there in mythology, and it only came up with Cerberus and Orthrus. And Fluffy. It also came up with Fluffy on one of them.
Well, it certainly took you long enough. You can use that desk over there to prepare your report.
We actually have to do work.
You crack the book and get to work. After a long time reading and writing, you've completed the report. After so much adventure, it feels a little strange to actually be doing homework.
What is it now?
Professor Drake seems almost annoyed that you've completed your report. He gives it a brief glance and sets it on his desk.
This will do. The content was acceptable. But your penmanship is appalling.
Yes, yes it is.
Now that you've demonstrated you know what Orthrus is, it's time for the real work to begin. Since you're no doubt an expert on Orthrus now, you might be able to guess what the next obstacle is. Young wizard. A young wizard? Nothing? I wonder if you even read your own report. If you're going to be summoning two-headed Orthrus, you're going to need to get the dog's collars, and that, I'm afraid, will not be easily accomplished. It's rumored that the last such collars were lost in Dragonspire. It's up to you to venture into Dragonspire and find a suitable pair of collars for Orthrus if you plan on summoning him. My recommendation would be to start at the Athenium to determine where such collars might be found. Talk to Milos Bookworm. He should be able to assist you.
Again, with setting me after Jotun. Don't know why it always switches to that one instead of the actual main quest. Grab that. I really should get around to doing the fishing and crafting quests, because I'm gonna need them done before we get to Celestia. Problem is, I just haven't been playing. Alright, there is a stone rose in the labyrinth. And there's a book in the labyrinth as well. Need that. Okay, Milos.
Why, hello there, young wizard. By the great dragon's shiniest scale, this place never seemed as busy as when it lies in ruins. I hope I can help you, but I warn you that things are in a bit of a shambles. A twin collar for a demon dog? Obviously, there's nothing like that here in the Athenium. However, you're in luck, or at least something close to lucky. Ranulf Moonclaw, a collector of rare beasts, had a few two-headed pets over the years. I suspect that Ranulf and his menagerie met their end in his tower, though this ghost-haunted place might make the search a perilous one. So that is all the advice I can give you. Go to the tower of Ranulf Moonclaw and see if a suitable collar for your two-headed demon dog Orthrus can be found therein. You can find Moonclaw's tower in the labyrinth.
Cool. There we go. It's probably going to just be easiest to run in here, take the teleporter to the end of the street, and then run through. If it wasn't for these fuckers, why are they always so congregated around the teleporter? Don't know how I managed to get through there, but... Necropolis. There we go. Much easier than going back to the Basilica, going through the portal, and then... Which one's the labyrinth? That's the left one, yeah? Yeah. Bone is the one that actually gives us. Before that is Bone to be Wild. And before that is this quest. Okay. Where is... Oh, he's down there. And the stone rose is down here. There's a fishing person. Why is there a fishing person in the labyrinth? And can I get your spells? Oh, you've got the winnows, okay. Yeah, wait, all except... Yes. These are just handy to have. Because the one I still need in Bingo is Storm. I know it's Storm, so I can just scare away all but the Stormfish.
You've come here for the Dean? I wouldn't worry about him anymore. He's taken care of. It's his accomplices I'm worried about. When he turned bad, the Dean set loose some of the criminals imprisoned here. You seem a brave youngster, or a wizard. Why don't you help me out and put those criminals to rest? First, you'll need to get across the bridge. After the raid, the key to the bridge was left somewhere in one of those houses over there.
Silver Sentinel here.
This key is my duty. To guard it I was made. The key must not be taken. I guard it with all my being.
You could have at least rhymed it. Give me... where is it? It's right there. Yes. Gonna check in another piece. I think that should be good. Not even gonna bother looking at what his stats are. Should I enchant? It's not really necessary. And soon it's very much not going to be necessary, but... yeah, let's bewilder. Rude. Use my own skill against me. I didn't really need to do that one because I only really did it for the minion, but I have enough with just the blades without taking the skill into account for the minion. So I think I'm still gonna need a shield, a trap though. Am I going to need both? That is the question. It's a good thing he didn't put the blade on himself. Yeah, we'll put it on as well. Just a reminder, because I know there's probably not going to be much crossover between my series, but I am now 17 days out from my shoulder surgery. It's on the 16th of April, which is a Wednesday. The Thursday and Friday stream of that week will also be not done. So the 17th and the 18th, which one of those is a Wiz stream. That stream would come out on the 19th. So if you're watching this, then just letting you know that the one that's meant to come out on the 19th isn't going to happen. There's also the possibility that the one that's meant to come out on the 23rd, I think.
On the other side, see if you can
Yeah, if
find
Saturday is the 19th, then Monday would be the 21st. Then, yeah, the 23rd might also be, depending on what state I am in. Are there any healing wisps over here? I don't think I saw any. Oh, there's a couple. Nope. He started moving. There we go. Oh sure, now there's ones over here. What just happened with my mouse there? And/or bristleback, eh? Sounds like a ball. Oh, this is the triple fight. Or triple boss. Jailbreak, eh? Quest line. Scroll down to Labyrinth. Den of Dean, Cloak and Dagger, Staff Direction, and Lesser Evil. Let's bring it. I know one of these is Storm. Okay, Den of the Dean is not a fighting quest. Cloak and Danger is. Staff Direction is, and the Lesser Evil is. Steel Welder, Bristleback, and Shadow Crown. Life 3360, Storm 3360, and Death 3600. So as we saw with the life boss we just did, we're going to need the thingo multi-target one. Why you never wear the arrow points? There you are. That's annoying that they also balance minions, but okay. Straight up, first move, eh? And that's not really much to worry about. Does not do much damage. How in the hell? I see Heckhound and Tempest as being the same, where unless it's really high pipped, you twat. I can't kill her with one attack now. Unless... could enchant. I have the cards. Don't know why I'm resistant to it. They fixed the bazaar, so you can now get enchants from the bazaar. And that means that they're eligible for the Wizlock, and I was using it on the Wizlock just yesterday. Yeah, I did have one. That's the only thing. I did one run. And poor judgment got me. Go and do it. I didn't, okay. Now we just need the Bewilder. There it is. Why did I tell him to do it? That is entirely on me. I'm going to have to do it again, so... I mean, if I'm going to have to do it multiple times anyway, why'd I bother enchanting? Like, imagine having that many pips I just did on a spell where it does increased damage based off of how much you, how many pips you have. With the build-up I just did. Because Tempest at what? 85 damage per pip, times that by... what are we? It's... what is it? 7, I think? Yeah, 7, so 14. $85 times 14. Not even gonna bother trying that. Let's bring up the calculator. So that's 1,190 before taking into account any of the modifiers. And that is the type of damage you get on Storm. Okay, gonna need a converter. Gotta take that one out. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, that just reminded me. I watched Mufasa last night. Not last night, the night before. It was not a bad movie. The songs were a little weak, but that's because you're comparing them to songs from the original. And let's be honest, I'm mainly talking about the I Always Wanted a Brother and the one between Sarabe and Mufasa in the snow area. Those were the only ones that really rubbed me the wrong way. But the story definitely had some similarities with the original Lion King. And also, I still can't believe that... So, Scar's dad actually seemed to care about him in the sense that he was next in line to be king. He was the royal blood, so of course he was going to care about his son. Why name him Trash then? Like, in case you didn't know, in Swahili, Taka, or well, Taka Taka, is garbage. If you translate Taka from Swahili to English, it comes up with something around the same, but if you then translate that back, it's different. But yeah, I just find it weird that he liked his son. He was next in line to be king and everything. He cared about his bloodline and that, so why would you name your son Garbage? I don't know if I'll survive this battle. I don't need the thingo because it's storm, so let's just send it around early. Because imagine if I'd have gotten that with a Kraken as well. Oh shit. We're getting blocking gems. Can I have that? Can I has... Got it. It's not actually a bad one. If you weren't farming gear. And you know, we're the right school. I just got the death one who's probably hanging around in there. There we go. Where are we on the map? Come on, free round? Nope. God damn it. This one we are going to need the Bewilder. Well, at least he didn't, block himself. There should be a way that I'm able to select my spells just using numbers. Or like keys on the keyboard. Is more what I meant. So you got what, a 7-load deck? Should be able to just type 4 and then get the PSO. Okay. There are a lot more key binds than I thought there were. How did you survive that? A couple of these and I'm confused as to what they mean. Because there's M for map, and apparently there's Shift M. Huh. Neat. Okay. Control S. Oh, that opens the crown shop. It just says shop. Ta-da! That can also be done with numlock apparently. It's a hotkey for using a potion. There's a hotkey for opening realm selector, for swapping card decks when not in a duel, closing the HUD.
Excellent work. It sounds like they've learned from their mistake. Such a pity that Dragonspire had to pay for it. I'm not so sure if I should let you see the Dean. When we rounded him up, he had no regrets about what he'd done. He's either cold-blooded or just plain crazy. No good will come from talking to him. You've earned the right to speak with him, though. So here's the key. Use it on the center pedestal to raise the bridge to his cell. Just watch out for that one. He's tricky and as nasty as they come.
Vladimir Darkflame.
Hello there, young wizard. I don't get many guests here. As a point of fact, I get no visitors, not a single living soul.
Surely there's not a message behind having an evil leader named Vladimir in the Northern European section of the Spiral.
You want me to admit you to Dragon's
There's no politics in my funny card game.
There. They threw me in jail, but they never
Funny
fight.
wizard card game.
Excellent then. Since the Titan's army destroyed Dragonspire, student enrollment is down. We can use the fresh blood. If I'm to help you, then you must do something for me. Just a little mercy for an old man in this cold dungeon cell. Please go to the tower outside and retrieve my cloak. During the circumstances leading up to my arrest, it ended up atop the tower outside.
You cannot have these things I guard. You must destroy me to take them.
That include that book? Because I'd very much like to just sneak around and grab the book.
This tome is titled The Age of the Kingdom of Dragonspire, when the dragons ruled the skies and struck fear into the hearts of men. The wise and powerful King Menet met in secret with the Queen of the Drakes, Gavarina. Gavarina and Menet joined together. The forces of men and drakes banded together and overcame the dragons, thus ushered in the age of the Kingdom of Dragonspire.
I was trying to make a Guinevere and Merlin connection with Gavanina and Menet. It's possible that one could be made, but I really should have fished this, now that I think about it. Because all of these bosses would have been a lot easier if I'd have been able to go first. Because it's a dungeon, because I went second in one fight, I go second in almost all fights. Don't do it. Good. That's not needed. this goes anything like how the last one went, well, it's not going to matter if I get rid of that or not. You know, it'd be real handy if you did your little thing, your little balance blade. They each have 4 pips. Am I gonna get krakened? Yes, yes I am. Ow. Do I bother with this? I didn't have the health to bother with it. I know that guy's dead. It's just a matter of, is this guy dead? Yeah, I think that's enough.
Looks like you picked up a wee bit more than you can carry. Extra loot you find or buy is automatically put in your bank. Visit your dorm room back in Ravenwood if you want to move stuff between your bank and backpack. If you'd like more space in your backpack, you can always
Oh,
purchase
shit.
a handy expand backpack elixir from the Crown Shop.
Gonna have to deal with that after we're done with this. Well, it's a good thing we go back to Ravenwood. What's my max gold? 300. Okay.
Your first day, and you get the highest marks in show and tell. I'm most grateful for this cloak. It keeps the chill away. I'm afraid my demands haven't been entirely met. In addition to the restoration of my cloak, I'd like my old staff back. I require it to admit you into this school. My staff was taken by a guard who now patrols deep in the detention center. Take this. It should get you through his gate.
The Dean passes a small key to you.
What's that? You don't want to help me? I suspect what you're up to is far more important than any punishment they're inflicting on me. So tell me, young wizard, how badly do you want admission into Dragonspire Academy and the portal stone that comes with it? If you wish it, you'll do as I say.
Hang on. Yes, not. I'm assuming that's just drains. Wait, why have this lava bridge if there's just a path around there? I'm guessing those are just drains, and it's still lava completely in between. Oh, it passed through the wall. Here's where we need to go for our spell. This one. Can I? Yes. let's do that one first. Probably should look at what this tower is. This tower. Let's clear out the deck a little, just to make it easier to see what we need. Really? Okay. Moonclaw's only got 890 health. That is surprising. It is a double myth battle, so that's a bit annoying, but it also makes sense with being, you know, a myth quest. Dead and dead. There you go to sailing.
Excuse me, but one of your items has just...
Yes, yes. Zeke already beat you to it, Lincoln. I was about to say, are you really doing that first turn? No, he just put a thing on himself. Couldn't fight that one. I don't know how well it comes through on the stream when I'm actively suppressing a yawn. Jeez, that's a rare one to see. I mean, it is a fire one, so smoke screen's not that weird. That was smoke screen, yeah, not Black Mantle. Yeah. One pip for negative 40 accuracy on every. Why does it have spirit armor? Almost followed the arrow left. Huh. Neat. So, for some reason, this quest that is going to give me Orthrus also gives me a pet that gives me Orthrus. And it's the exact same damage. It's weird. Second one of those. No discussion or anything. Why do I get... Not complaining, but just curious. Also, I will spoil and say that we do have to go to Mushu for this quest. Because after this one, we get sent to the ancient burial grounds. At least we don't have to defeat the plague only like Balance does. I only know that because, well, I looked at the fire drake thing that we just fought, and I saw a location I didn't know. It's a solo instance in the necropolis to get the same spell level quest for Power Nova. That has to do a lot more after it, but that's it. They don't have to go into the labyrinth. I'd much rather defeat the Plague Oni. Would I? No, because that in and of itself is a pretty long dungeon. Because you gotta go through the 5 temples and all that. Defeat the thingo at the end of the path. Honestly, considering you do this one simultaneously with actually needing to do this quest, this one's not that bad. Ah, it's stuck on something. Okay, where's this Gullian Paladin? I don't see a quest arrow. There it is. Going to try to avoid getting 2 bosses. That one. And there. So we're going to pull this thing. Join in. Join. That didn't really work. why it didn't work. Because it looked like other things were going to join in the fight, but... I just didn't want to have two bosses, so... thought I'll go for the minion first. That way it'll pull in the boss. We don't run the risk. Should have just gone for the boss. What am I... Okay, so you can't be holding forward already when you activate auto run. At least not the numlock way. I would not have been surprised if we somehow managed to pull a second boss. Like the troll just walked past and then a boss came and decided to get pulled, but it didn't happen, so I don't really have anything to complain about. I'm going to say it though, when we have to go after that other one, if I manage to pull two bosses then I am fleeing, and then coming back, just like I did here. I forgot to put my feint in, didn't I? Okay, well, gotta hope that 2 enchanted earthquakes are gonna be enough. Also gotta hope we have enough health for... Okay. Gonna need to build up 3 pips anyway, so... Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm cool with that. Apparently, that is a replacement for Tower Shield. That, double stun block. I don't know how accurate that is, but... it's apparently what it is. That was very risky. Ah. Yeah, holding forward just full stops the auto run. Even just accidentally tapping it like I just did. I don't know how much I'm going to utilize this feature while my shoulder's out. Because, well,
My young friend,
I do have the button on the side of my mouse keyed to it, so...
I am without a third of my badges of office. You have provided my cloak, my staff, and now I need the battle crystal. It's being stored in detention for safekeeping. Could you return it to me? You're understandably reluctant about so arming me. But let me put your mind at ease. I have a portal stone and can escape at any time. I will give you that stone if you restore my belongings to me. So, to detention with you, and don't come back without my battle crystal.
I forget, is the battle crystal the portal stone? Like, I have a stone, I could use the portal at any time. Yet I choose to stay here. We hand him the crystal. Thank you for getting me the crystal that lets me teleport at any time. I thought we had to fight the life one. Guess not. See, I can very easily just do everything necessary with my mouse. And I quite regularly do while I'm streaming.
You've done it! With my cloak, staff, and battle crystal, I feel like the Dean of Admissions once more. Mine is the power to decide who becomes a student. And with that, I'm afraid that I will have to deny your application into Dragonspire Academy. My condolences, young wizard. Unfortunately, you won't be getting that portal stone either. It's only appropriate to end your application with your defeat. This is only the start. My name will echo throughout this spiral as the one who destroyed it. And you were my unwitting accomplice.
No, even the first time I went through this, I was expecting you to betray me. Yeah, and I sort of wish I had the, more level appropriate Dworgen hat. Which I guess we could have gotten in the last episode. Considering we hit level 50, so... We have, what, 83,000 track crowns? Yeah, why don't we do a couple pack openings? No. Anyway. I love using that Top Gear line. I wonder how much this is going to do. Because I'm pretty sure it was calculated with Jotun that we needed the second feint to be able to take him out, and he's similarly health to Vladimir, so... You see, I use the power pip to do my feint because I've got nothing else, and now the game's not happy with me and is only giving me regular pips. Haha, you got baited. Shiza, he's got healing spells. Does he have those low ones? Yes, he does. we just gotta hope that this does enough. Do we do the bewilder as well? Yeah, let's do it. Not really necessary, but this is what you get for hitting me with a scarecrow.
You're better than I thought you'd be. I'm sorry for deceiving you, but I couldn't remain in there for another day. When you came to see me, I saw a way out. But to do so, I needed to provoke you into a duel. You have more than earned membership in the Academy. The Portal Stone is yours. Perhaps you will undo the doom I brought upon this place. Now in defeat, I am free to leave this place and go on to face my ultimate destination. I wonder what awaits me.
You find a Dragonspire Academy portal stone hidden among the Dean's possessions.
So that basically said he's going to die because we defeated him in battle in here, right? We're done here. Yep. Okay, back to Ravenwood then. Since we're about to get a big influx of gold, might as well use that potion. What I also might as well do is got that all stored in my attic, don't I? Do I? Could have sworn I did. I do. Get rid of all those. Let's move you to... Yeah, let's just put it all in the shed bank. You all can just go to bank for now. Why does it automatically go to the one that's equipped? That should be enough that we can go move to backpack. One that I just put in, yeah. Pretty sure. Let's go Sarah Drake.
Oh, let me see what manner of collar you've retrieved. Very well, I suppose this will have to suffice.
So what you're saying is it's a lot better than you expected and you don't want to give that away.
Now that you have enough knowledge of Orthrus to summon him, and you've got a collar to control him when he arrives, you're only missing the final piece of the equation. I don't suppose you know, do you? Very well then, apparently you still need me to explain everything to you. You need something to lure that two-headed dog to you. What do dogs like? That's right, bones. Don't worry though, this can be dealt with easily enough. You simply need to speak with Dworgen in Nightside and see if he can find you a suitable bone.
I almost said something really bad, and then I realized what the implications of it, that were gonna be. And so, yeah, I decided not to respond with, I've got a suitable bone for you. Because either I'm saying that to Cyrus, and there's the implications there, or I'm saying that about Orthrus, and there's the implications there. Anything here I can get? I mean, yes. You know what? Yeah, why don't we? I think it was the Fanciful Fairy that we wanted something out of, so... Off of Quietus. Suddenly I can sell it. I don't know why some of them are no auction. Like, is what they give really that good? Or is it because they're so shit that they're non-auction? Let's turn off non-auction. That way we can see. You know, it's not actually that bad. Maybe it's like, this is the best option for the school at this level, so you can't sell it. I didn't even notice that we stole Sylvia's fucking funeral outfit. It's a little morbid. 92 still. A lot of that's probably gonna be in like housing items. Could I have done this off stream? Yes. But then we would have had to have been dealing with the whole everything going into the bank for the rest of the stream. I think I'll give myself 10 times over, 10 minutes over as a, like, consolation for doing this. I don't think this took 10 minutes, but... Okay, so what you're saying is almost none of it is from housing items. Plant life, sell that. Sell. 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 I made what? Almost 70k? Well, that seemed unnecessarily extravagant. Definitely get rid of that. 80k. I don't know why I keep the law spells. I don't use the law spells. I don't know why I keep Tempest. Don't know why I keep Dryad and Guiding Lights, but I do. Empower, I know why I keep that. I'm never going to actually use it to trade, but that one I might actually keep. Sapphire, Defense, Blocking Onyx, plus 3% incoming, Pip Opal, get rid of the Minotaur Peridot. Get rid of all these. That 5 base damage is not bad, but okay. Let's just check. Astrals, we're looking for monstrous, because we can't get what's it called yet. See, that would have cost me 2,500 buying it from the Arcadium, so... Well, actually, 2,750. So, surprisingly, it's actually cheaper to get it from the bazaar than it is to actually buy from Treasure Cart. I guess the same could be said for most treasure cards now that I think about it. Because, like, having learned what the actual librarian sells treasure cards for with the Wizlock, selling a blade for 1,000.
Professor Drake sent you to speak with me?
He doesn't think I'm to blame for what happened to his brother, does he? Oh, you want a bone of some sort? A mythical bone to summon a mythical two-headed dog?
Bone?
You speak of Orthrus, I presume.
Why did he say it like that?
Dworgen rummages around for a moment, then hands you a small paper-wrapped package.
That's the bone from a two-headed cat, the natural enemy of a two-headed dog. Orthrus will come from anywhere in the spiral to get one of these.
Thank you. Yeah, what spells do you have, man? I could get the Monster Mash. Why is it giving the Gambit one? That's weird. So, what? You can get Monster Mash. Before you get Dr. Von's monster? I don't know what that is. But also it seems like most of the health back spells are quest related. I didn't know that.
The bone from a two-headed cat? How interesting. I was expecting something different, but it seems that one must make do with whatever inadequacies one is presented with.
What were you expecting?
Now that you've got the knowledge of Orthrus, a suitable twin collar for the beast, and a bone to entice it, you are as ready as you can possibly be. There is little more I can do for you in this matter, save for telling you where to best summon the beast. Though his brother Cerberus was a watchdog of the dead, Orthrus was a herd dog, utilized by the Titans to herd their sacred cattle. As such, there is no better place to summon Orthrus than Mushu.
Let's carry on in Titan.
Go then to the ancient burial grounds in Mushu and seek out the proper place to summon two-headed Orthrus. You should seek an entrance to the underground, perhaps guided by a samurai spirit.
Like, I know Garion's got the whole 3 torso deal. But... is he a Titan? Is that a Crusade? Huh. Did not know that. It's funny. In Greek mythology, Gerion, also Gerion, son of Chrysaor and Calidro, the grandson of Medusa and the nephew of Pegasus. A fearsome giant who dwelt on the island Erythea is the mythic Hesperides in the far west of the Mediterranean. Also, these depictions all have 3 heads and 3 sets of arms by the looks of some of them. I'm just more familiar with the Percy Jackson depiction where it's like one head, three torsos, and only one set of arms. Ah, Geryon was often described as a monster with either 3 bodies and 3 heads, or 3 heads and 1 body, or 3 bodies and 1 head. So all are valid. Got it. So I don't really see a link between Orthrus and Titans, though. What are we going here? I don't know, it doesn't show up. Yeah, I don't see anything relating Orthrus to Titans. Well, if I type in Orthrus Titans,
This looks like as good a place
I
as
see
any.
something for
You pull
Megami
out the
Tensei,
balloon and keep the collars behind your
something
back.
for Titan
You
Quest,
don't know what to say, so you
a
call out, "Here, doggy," and whistle.
Fan Titan for Monarch.
You hold out the bone from the two-headed cat, and Orthrus seems pleased. It wags its tail. You scratch it behind its ears and slip the collar onto each neck. Good doggy. Now you sense that Orthrus will come whenever it is called.
I don't know. I don't know where they got the... Was a cattle dog used by the Titans? I mean, it was a cattle dog used by Geryon, but considering this game taught me that he was Severus' brother, not kid.
You've accomplished the impossible. Again. It pains me to say it, but you've become quite the example to the other students. Do not squander my goodwill.
You're using me as an example of, look how much this one's done. Why aren't you like that, aren't you? That's your version of an example, right?
This spell should allow you to summon Orthrus to battle whenever you are threatened.
Yay! It's a birch. 10 unique pets, okay. We now have a lot more damage. Man, the Crucible where we was right by the teleporter, wasn't it? Would it be right near the... I think it was. Because we had to leave, and then we came back to... Yeah. That works. I like to think that fast travel in this game is like fast travel in Skyrim, where you actually do walk the whole way. It's just you don't see it. And so the crystal guide's just like, didn't you just walk past me?
Congratulations on your admission to Dragonspire Academy. Talk to the headmaster. Please follow the road through the crucible into the main academy square. Go through the large double doors emblazoned with dragons. You will need to enroll in one of the academy's schools to begin your studies. Enjoy your time here at Dragonspire.
You told me to go that way. So she said the large double doors emblazoned with dragons. All of the large double doors are emblazoned with dragons. To the academy. I think the thing is all the way up the top, isn't it? I forgot the rose. I have to go through the labyrinth again. Damn it. This isn't... It was here, but... That's annoying. I thought I knew where this was. Down here? Yes, it is.
You found the fourth stone rose.
Right here. You're the myth one. No. Why wouldn't it let me move?
Excellent work.
Yeah, I'm annoyed at that.
You continue to exceed my expectations. You've become a student of Dragonspire. I wouldn't worry about the Dean anymore. He's no longer important in the grand scheme of things. I'm sure you've guessed what Malastair hopes to accomplish. Since he could not bring Sylvia back to life, he hopes the Croconomicon can force the Titan to do so. By the look of Dragonspire, it appears that no one can force a Titan to do anything. This is most excellent news indeed. We are now one step closer to my brother Malistaire.
Hey, have I told you that that Malistaire is my brother?
From what I can determine, though most of the actual schools were destroyed during the raid, it appears that the Fire School still stands. Apparently, the Great Dragon Titan was somewhat merciful towards his own school. We must make it seem as if you're enrolled in their Fire School. An old Dragonspire pyromancer is buried within the necropolis. Go there and retrieve his medallion of fire.
That gave me quite a few Colossus ones. Though... yeah, we've got no need for the Colossus anymore. Don't need that, don't need that, that. Really, we don't need the double blade, but gotta wait 2 turns anyway. Gotta wait more than 2 turns anyway, because there's no way we're getting double power pip with that starting luck. What did I say? We now get the first look at our new spell. Our newest and strongest spell, the Fizzle. The Fizzle. Oh. Well, I fizzled my Fizzle spell. Just an extra 400. Huh. The spell itself does almost 400 more. And we got around 400 more. You'd think that that would be not proportional. We also had the negative 25. There we go, that's fixed it. I could have gotten rid of that to see what its true spell would have been. I was so confused, like, when we're working with percentages, flat increase does a lot of end damage difference. I was confused. This room wasn't really necessary. I have a feeling that this is the last round. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. That can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. What is this? Fire shield. In the Pyromancer's tomb. Well, in a sense, yes, this is the end. Well, the last one before the final room. There's a battle in the final room. Because you got a boss. Don't do it. Oh, he did it. Still haven't gotten to see what its full power is. Where's my death resistant? No, we're not actually going to be able to get that far into... Oh god, my internet's gone. That or I just somehow passed over the trigger. There we go.
A new student. Dragon Spire is shattered. School closed forever. This is no place for the living.
Okay. Let's go. That one, and... See how much overkill this will be. -25. You twat. I was expecting it to do it as well. And before you ask, unlike with my whole saying Scheiße instead of shit, I know exactly why I call people a twat nowadays. And that is because, for some reason, I've stopped really saying the worst version of that. If I stopped really saying it, I mean I don't say it on stream very often. It's still very much a part of my vocabulary. But for some reason, something about streaming makes me not want to say cunt. So I say twat instead. Also, twat just seems more of a mildly, put out rather than the vibes that Cunt gives. But also the vibes that give is completely different for me than it is for the rest. Well, not even the rest of the world. Specifically America. Because the UK is not that dissimilar to Australia when it comes to that word. Well, good news is that... Oh, not bad.
The medallion of fire falls to the ground.
I forgot to fill up my bottles. The physio, exercises, not really causing pain anymore. They're giving me, fatigue. Which is what that little wince with the whole drinking from my, can was. My ability to speak has declined drastically over the past, like, 10 minutes. How many... what is it? Let's see... possibly with this? Yes. 5 diamonds out of 15 for 1. So we need, what is it, 25? We want transmute diamonds, that's 15 a pop. 15 a pop, 15 times 25 is... so 150 on top of 225. So that's 375. How many ore do we have? Let's go harvest. 78. We're almost there.
Excellent work, young wizard. This will do nicely. You should now proceed and speak with the fire tree here. Her name is Ashley, and she will guide you along your path into Dragonspire Academy. Now you may enter the Fire School, and perhaps even more areas of the Dragonspire Academy. See if you may determine how to reach the headmaster's quarters in the academy. If you should encounter my brother Malastair Drake, be cautious. You cannot stand against him alone.
Why do you keep reminding us that Malastair is your brother? Like, we know this. You don't need to keep referring to him as such. Hello, Ashley.
Hello there. Who are you? A living student. You're here to
Hey.
help? Oh, thank
Stone Colossus has got its elements up.
the wizard Malastair has come to Dragonspire. He intends to command the Dragon Titan. He must be stopped. Malastair is in the headmaster's office atop the great volcano. He's nearly impossible to reach unless you can find a way to fly up to him. I've got an idea. You can get to him by flying a drake to the mouth of the great volcano. But how to do that? There are so few drakes left, and they're difficult to control.
What is the voice this
I
person's
know,
doing?
if you can get your hands on a Dragon Rider staff, even you could control a drake. The last known Dragon Rider staff was broken into pieces, stored in obsidian chests, and hidden throughout the spiral for safekeeping. You need to find those chests and recover those pieces from where they're scattered across the spiral.
Huh. I thought you still had to do the labyrinth one. I thought you still had to do the labyrinth one, so it's gonna be like, well, we have to go back there anyway, we'll just grab the stone when we're doing the stone rose when we're doing that. No! No, you don't! Which means I have to go out of my way to do the labyrinth again. To the point where we open that gate to get that rose. What was it? Pax was the fanciful fairy. I think it was a theme ring were pretty good in this. Suntrap do again. 25 to next Myth, Life and Fire. So we'd be losing 10%. Yeah. So the ring is really good. And the theme is really good. We're looking for trendy blade and trendy ring. Or band. We got the electric one. That is not what we needed. That's cute. And we got... What does a sunblade do? Sunblade is life, death, and storm. Okay, that's useless. And for the next one... Got the hat. Which is a lot worse than... And we got the death amulet. Okay. Well, that was a waste. Could have possibly... I don't think Dark Jester was that good. I'm not going to do like focused pack openings until like they implement the pity system that they're working on, because I want to see how that is before I go like gung-ho on going for the fanciful stuff. So at the end of this stream, because we're past level 50 now, I'm going to want to open some of the Professor Horde packs, try and get a Dworgen hat, not for stats or anything or to like use normally, but just for that mass feint.
You find a piece of the Dragon Rider's staff.
I'm pretty sure for all of these, you can just walk around and grab it. I am glad that it's no longer having to do 8 of them. Because, well, let's be honest, the only one people really had any issue with was the one in the, labyrinth. I don't know why they kept the acid there when it's no longer needed. But they've done that with a couple things. Many of which I've commented on. Let's try that again. Many of which I've commented on. Had to swallow a yawn halfway through that sentence. I guess it's beating Irini's chamber. This is the only boss I can think of in here. Because it'll only take you to story round bosses for this main quest.
You find a piece of the Dragon Rider's staff.
I do I? We're almost done with Act 1. Quest is this? Wizard Tours. Headless Rider. What's that one want? Let's just start the next area. Okay. Go to Chelsea Court and go to Shakes O'Leary's place. Then go to the Ancient Burial Grounds again to go to the Crazed Forest Spirit. That was that went down the weird little side street where its only purpose on the map was to have that boss. Right. Yeah, I'm starting to crash. I really shouldn't have drank the energy drink. I was fine beforehand. Do you know what's annoying about that? The whole purpose of an energy drink, obviously, give you energy. Technically, it doesn't actually give you energy. It actually just stops a receptor in your brain from realizing that it's being flooded with tired chemicals.
You find a piece of the Dragon Rider's staff.
Well, not really tired chemicals, but there's a part of your brain that tells you, hey, you're feeling tired. Energy drinks, they stop that from being able to realize, hey, you're feeling tired. So why does drinking an energy drink for me make that part of my brain more active. It's the same for my dad, so... Sounds like the plumbers just got here. Because I just heard my dad telling the dog to go outside. Luckily they'll be working down the other end of the house, so... shouldn't have to hear anything of that. Also, considering the fact that they're working on a toilet, they shouldn't have to mess around with the power, so... if I get a message I gotta turn everything off, I gotta turn everything off, so... who knows? It might affect the stream after all. You know what I just realized? We haven't had a viewer bot pop in today. We're 2.25 hours into the stream and... no... go to this website to get more viewers. It's like a staple of the stream. Right. Right. Frenzy grounds. Good thing I checked there. Grab that. Got it eventually. Take the Black Lotus. Ooh, got a Black Pearl.
Spellcaster, your type has brought pain to our land. I must stop you before you destroy us all.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that because we're not gonna fight.
A piece of the Dragon Rider's staff.
Not that you'd be able to do that anyway, but... I just remembered I have the mark set right at the teleporter in the Crucible, so... we can get this to the Academy and just walk through the door. I got all the staff pieces.
I can't believe it, but you actually found them all.
Sick.
It was surely a lot of work, visiting all the worlds of the spiral. But if you don't stop Malastair, those worlds will all perish. We're not finished yet, I'm afraid. A Dragon Rider's staff is incomplete without a flawless raw crystal for its head. That crystal will bind together all of the pieces and make it strong. Go into the Crystal Grove and see if you can find one there. There was an old miner there long ago who worked the grove. Check his house to see if he had one.
Signet Ring of the Ages. Chris Grove 7. Ow. I have to wonder, why did they use the Crystal Guides model for these ones? So they're holding something. I was like, what the fuck's going on with their arms? They're holding something. Got no idea what. I'm assuming a blade of some kind, but where's this pointing me? Why it didn't just point me down this way, I don't know.
Hello there, young wizard. Hey there, you. What are you doing here? Another wizard in the grove, hmm? I thought I sprayed for those. I reckon you're after a flawless raw crystal, right? Yeah, get in line. Them's the rarest kind of all, and I've got none to spare. Sorry. Been so long since I talked to anyone, I forgot my manners. My apologies. Tell you what, I'll do what I can to help you. It's clear to me that you're needing one for something important. I'll need sample crystals from each of the elevated dig points. Those will help us figure out where the best crystals can be found. Hey there, little wizard. I've got a favor to ask you. It's a lonely job here, being a miner. I used to have a pet, a little spiderling I named Cinder. When the Titan army came through, she must have gotten scared and run off. I've been looking for her, putting out food throughout the Crystal Grove, but I haven't seen her. Would you go and take a look around and see if you could find her? I hope she hasn't gotten into any trouble. You might check at the center platform of this grove to start with. I've looked almost everywhere else.
Well, the events of the game was the Titan army here. Because, like, some people use necromancy to extend their life, yeah, but for the spiderling, yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm actually going to end this one here. I feel like this is a good spot to end it because, well, we're starting a new area. We got the main thing of what I wanted done, the author spell, the labyrinth done. Didn't really do much else. So, yeah. I'm gonna end this one here. It's just getting a little too frequent with the yawns to really put on a good video, so figured may as well just end it. I'll be back in a couple days to hopefully at least finish. I want to finish the Crystal Grove and the part after it, and then it'll just be the end of Dragonspire, the one after that. Then it's on to Grizzleheim, finish that off, and then do the winter task and that. So, see, how many of these do I want to open? We'll see how we feel after the first one to get a thing on how many we want to. Got a dog and boots. Got a 7-day life sigil. Lydia's shoes, Melinda's. We don't need life faint. Lydia's shoes again. We'll open 5 total. What's that? Ion wand. Plus 7 critical per pip next storm spell only. Well, that's useless to me. And the final one. Bunch of shoes. Yeah, well, we didn't get it. So, I guess... yeah. That's everything that we've got to do, and with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.